Hi everybody, this is Min teacher. Welcome to my channel, Min's class. Today, I want to do a lesson on number systems in Hangul. 숫자. As foreigners, it is really important for you to be able to count numbers in Korean. So stay with me till the end of this class and you'll learn how to count in Korean, no problem. Alright, there are two number systems in Korean. 숫자 체계. So 숫자 체계 means number system. And we have native Korean number system. So 고유어, that is native number. And we have 한자어, which is Sino Korean number system. 예시 is example. 예시 is example. 하나, 둘, 셋, 넷. 하나, 둘, 셋, 넷. Okay? So that's 1, 2, 3, and 4. And 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's 1, 2, 3, and 4. And sim. Sim is usage. And we use native number system for all general counting, like when you're counting out loud, up to 99. It's also used to count 사람. 사람 is people. Also, 시간. 시간 is time. And 사물. 사물 is object. 나이 is age. So, native Korean number system is used to count people, time, object, age, along with many other things. And Sino Korean number system, 한자어, is used to count 날짜, which is date, 돈, which is money, 분, which is minute, 주소, which is addresses, and 전화번호, which is numbers, phone numbers. And Sino-Korean number is also used to count any number that's above 100. So let's do some examples so you can understand how to use native Korean numbers and Sino-Korean numbers correctly. So example number 1. Let's say you want to count 2 apples. Apple is 사과 in Korean, and the pronunciation is 사 and 과. 사과. And since the number 2 is below 99, okay, so the number 2 is below 99, you will use the native Korean number system. And 2 apples would be 사과 2개. Okay? So 2 means 2 in native Korean number system. And 개 is the counting number for apple. So it's the counting word. Okay. Let's say you have a lot more apples. So let's say you have 120 apples. And since 120, so 120 is greater than 99, we use Sino Korean number system. And 120 apples in Korean would be 사과 120개. Okay? And here, the only difference is 120 and the rest are the same, right? So 사과 is apple, 개 is the counting word. So 백 is 100, and 이 is 2, like over here, and 10 is 10. Okay, so when the number gets higher and higher, it's very difficult to count them in native number system. So we use Sino number system. Okay, another example would be how to read time. So over here, we have electric clock that reads 2:35. So when we want to count time in Korean, we count the hour. We count the hour So we count the hour with native number system, and we count 분, which is the minute. We count 분 with Sino number system. So hour, we use native. And for minute, we use Sino number system. So the Korean word for hour is 시. And the Korean word for minute is 분. Okay? So we write 2, 시, and 3, 15. So 3, 15 분. Okay? So let's break this down. 2 is again over here, number 2. And 시 is hour. And 분 is minute. And 35 is 35 in Sino number system. So that's how we count time and also objects and also other things. Okay, so let's move on. We will cover more details on how to count people, objects, time, and dates on my next videos. And today, we will focus on how to count numbers in both native and Sino Korean number systems. So we have a table right here. First, 숫자 is number. 숫자. And first, we have 기수사. 기수사. So 기 and 수사. 기수사 is the number system, so the cardinal number. And we have 서수사, so 서수사, which is nominal. No, actually ordinal. So ordinal number system. So first, second, third, fourth, fifth, 22nd, things like that. And we have 고유어, which is the native. And we have 한자어, Sino. So 고유어, native, and Sino. And now we have 1 through 20. And in the back page, we have larger numbers. Okay, number 1 is 하나. 하나 in Korean. And when it is used as a descriptive word in front of a noun, then it becomes 한. 한. And Sino, number for 1 is 일. 일. So the native Korean number for the first is 첫째. 첫째. Or you can do 첫 번째. And we don't have Sino-Korean number system for ordinal numbers below 99. Okay? So this part, we can just cross everything out. We're just going to be talking about the native number system for ordinal numbers. Okay? And number 2, we have 둘. or 두. And E for sino. And for the second, we have 둘째. Okay, number 3, we have 셋 or 세. And for sino, we have 삼. And we have 셋째 or 세 번째. And 4, we have 넷. And 네. And 사. And we have 넷째 or 네 번째. Okay, so in the bracket and in the bracket, we are using 네 right there as well. Okay, so number 5, we have 다섯. And we have 오. And here is 다섯째. Okay. And number 6, we have 여섯. And 일곱. And 여덟. And we have 아홉. And we have 열. And 열 하나. So after 10, you're just using 열, which is 10, and then repeating 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay? So 열 둘. And 열 셋. 열 넷. 열 다섯. 열 여섯. 열 일곱. 열 여덟. 열 아홉. And 20 is 스물. 스물. And then 21 is 스물 하나, 스물 둘, 스물 셋, and so on and so forth. And for sino, number 6 would be 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And then you're repeating 11, 12, 13. So 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and we do 20. 20. And 30 is 30, 40 is 40, 50 is 50. Okay? And let's go for the ordinary number system for native. And for this one, 6, we have 여섯째. And we have 일곱 번째. And we have 여덟 번째. We have 아홉 번째. We have 열 번째. So we are just putting 제 after the word here for the native. Okay? And 열. Okay, this is very important. We're not going to be using 하나, 둘 anymore. We're going to be using the ones in the brackets. So 열 한 번째. And 열 두 번째. And 열 세 번째. And 열 네 번째. And 열 다섯 번째. And 열 여섯 번째. And 열 일곱 번째. And 열 여덟 번째. And 열 아홉 번째. And we have 스무 번째. So over here, like that. So 스무 번째. Okay, and what about 30? We do 서른. It's very important. Let's write it again. 서른. Okay, 서른. And 30. And for 30, we have 서른 번째. 서른 번째. Okay, and for 40, we have 마흔. So 마흔. And for 40, and then we have 마흔 번째. And we have 50, that is 쉰. Okay, and we have 50. So you notice that there is a system that is very regular for Sino-Korean system. However, for native, you kind of have to memorize the words. So, and it's very important because you have to be able to know the native words for 50 in order to do the ordinal number, the 50th. Okay, so this is my 50th birthday. You can say 쉰 번째. Okay, so 60 is 예순, and it's 60, and it's 예순 번째. Okay, and for 70 we have 일흔. So 70 right here, and it's 일흔 번째. And 80 we have 여든. And 80 right here, and we have 여든 번째. And we have 아흔. And we have 90. And we have 아흔 번째. And now we are on to 100. So over here it's 온, but the word 온 is actually never used anymore. Okay, so we are just going to be using Sino-Korean number system for anything that is after 100. Okay, so we have 100 or 100. So over here, we're not going to be using native Korean number system anymore. We're just going to be using these and these part. Okay, so 100 and 100번째. Okay, and we have 200. That is 이 and 100. So 100 means 100, and we're just putting number 1 and number 2 in front of that. Okay, and we have 이백번째. Okay, and we have 300. That is 300, 400, 500. Okay, so we have 300번째, and we have 400번째, 500번째. Okay, and we have 1000. 1000 is 1000. Actually, it has 1, that is 1 in front of that, but we usually don't say it. So 1,000 we're just 천 and 천 번째. Okay? And 2,000 is 2,000. 2,000 and it's 2,000 번째. And we have 10,000. 10,000 is 만 or 일만. And it's 1만 번째. Okay? And we have 100,000. That's 10만. So we're just adding 10, which is 10, in front of 만. That is 10,000. Okay? So 10만 번째. And we have million, 1 million. That is just 100만. 100만. Okay? So, and we have 100만 번째. And we have 10 million. That is, so 100 is 100 and 1,000 is 1,000. So we have 1,000만 and 1,000만 번째. And Korean population is about 50 million. So that is 5,000만. Okay? 5,000만. And 100 million is 억 and 1억. 억. So 억. Okay? And 1억 번째. Okay? And we have 10억. So 10억. And we have 10억 번째. And 10억 is very important too. And there are 7 billion people that's living on the planet Earth. So we can count that as 70억. 70억. Okay? And then we have 100억. 100억. Okay? And we have 100억 번째. Okay? And another important number that is very important is 조. 조. 조 is billion in English. Okay? So we say billionaire, right? Billionaire. A billionaire has about 1조 won in terms of Korean. Okay? So 조 is billion. 조 is billion. Okay? And these are some of the numbers that I just punched in to do some practice together. So we have 486. 486. And since this is greater than 99, we're not going to be using native Korean number system. We're just going to be using Sino Korean number system. So that's 4. That is 4. Okay? And it's 100. So 400. And that's 80, right? So that's 8 and 10. And 6 is 6. Okay, 486. Okay, and the The ordinal system is just 486번째. It's quite long, but not as long as English, which is 486. Okay? 486. You have a lot more letters to write. And next we have 154,210. Okay? So 100,000. So 100,000 was 10만. So you have 10 and 5만. So 15만 and 4천. So 4,000 is 4천. And you have 200. So 210. So 154,210. Okay? And it's just the same. 154,210번째. Okay? And we have 700,000 and 25 million and 465,200. A very crazy number like that. We can do. So this was 억, right? So 100,000 is 억, and we have 7억. 7억 and 2,500만. So 2,500 and 46만. 46만. And then we have 5,200. 5,200. Okay? So 7억 2,546만 5,200. And that's how we count numbers in Korean. Alright? It seems very complicated when you get to high numbers, but that's pretty much the same in any other language that you study. I can guarantee that once you memorize up until 100 in native and also to 100 in Sino, it gets super easier than that. Okay, so that's everything that I prepared today. Thank you so much. You've been a great you have been great students. It's been my pleasure giving you this lesson, and next time I'll prepare something more interesting. For example, how to count date, how to call out someone's name, things like that. Okay, thank you so much, and please, if you liked my lesson, please leave comments below, and please hit the like button and subscribe to my channel if you want. I'll see you in my next video. Bye bye.